multi-genre author Portia Dion here, and this week we have another book review. We are looking at This Could Be Us by Kennedy Ryan, which is the second book in the Skyland series, and we're going to be discussing that and my thoughts about this book today, and I can't wait to get into it. Enjoy the rest of the theme music, alright? I got notes, y'all. I got notes. This book, first of all, alright, so let's get into it. Because I got notes. Alright, so This Could Be Us by Kennedy Ryan. So far this year, this has been my favorite read of the year so far, and I absolutely love this book. This book has given me my most hated character in Edward. I didn't like him in Before I Let Go, and we only saw him in like 2 scenes then, and he was mentioned a couple times. I did not like him then. When I say I don't ever want to see him walking down the street. Like, not ever. Because it's going to put my clean criminal record in jeopardy. This book also gave me one of my most loved characters, male characters, in Judah. Because, oh my gosh. Also, why are all the love interests in this series so far names starting with a J? Something I noticed, but what? It's neither here or there. Just a little thing that I noticed here. But Judah, the way this man loves so wholeheartedly, and the way that he tends to his boys, and granted they have special needs and stuff, but the way he just puts so much into them and into their care and into them being comfortable and healthy and as whole as what they can be. It touched my heart, and the way that he wholeheartedly fell for and loved Soledad, swoon. Like, yes. Let's see, what else do I have here? Soledad, every time she went over to Judah's house, why was she already there when she texted him, like, hey, are you home? Okay, open up the door because I'm in the driveway or I'm parked in front of the house. Whereas though with Judah, he always texted her and let her know like when he was on his way. So he had already left his house and he was already on his way there. Soledad, she's like, yeah, no, I'm already here. Like, I showed up unannounced, but I'm announcing myself now that I've shown. My heart broke so much for Soledad, especially in those first few chapters dealing with all the mess with Edward. He brought the FBI to her house. How? I don't ever want to see Edward. Like, it's such a good thing that he's a fictional character. Even though I know there are men out there who exist that are like him, I don't ever want to come across them, because even though Soledad is also a fictional character, if I come across a guy that's like Edward, I'm going to like get a lick in for soul. Because no, you're not going to be doing my girl like that. You're not going to be doing my homegirl like that. Like, no, sir. Sit your crooked, lying, thieving tail down somewhere. And this dude started a whole nother family with the secretary and had extra funds that they didn't know about, that they couldn't find, set aside, and you took off into the sunset with them, just ditching your girls that you claimed was everything to you. And your mama, Edward, your mama ain't shit. She ain't shit. And you expected Soul to take them girls to Boston with your mama with how she treats Soul and how she treats one of your daughters, your oldest one. Oh yeah, that's her grandchild, and the other 2 might be questionable just because they tend to look, they happen to look more like their mother's side of the family. And you stood for that. You was just okay with being everything to and for everyone except yourself. That was Soul. That was Soledad. And even to an extent, that was also Judah. He was everything to his boys. He was everything as a co-parent to the boys, and with his ex-wife Tremaine. Can I just say, even if you do not like reading romance books, I promise you, before I let go, and this could be us, solely for the very positive and healthy examples of what co-parenting can look like. Because when I say so many people miss the mark on effective, efficient, caring, even co-parenting, the way that Judah and Tremaine co-parented and split things, and they were both active in there, and they openly communicated with each other. Same way in Before I Let Go with Josiah and Lord, why is her name slipping my mind? Y'all know who I'm talking about if you read the first book in this series. The way they communicate with each other and know that their dealings with each other, yeah, it's kids first, but because we also made kids with each other, we can still have some type of respect and with each other where the kids are concerned, because they are first. Between us, they are first. Wonderful examples. Candy Ryan, I absolutely adore you so much for putting that in your books, healthy examples of what co-parenting looks like. But Soul was everything to everyone except herself. She was everything to Edward, even though he didn't deserve it. They met while in college. She worked while he got his master's, supporting him, working from home, solely dedicating to the girls so that he could then do what he was able to do as far as going up the corporate ladder. She gave him the idea that he eventually used to be able to steal money from. Now, the stealing money part wasn't her idea, but the program that he created that generated lots of income and loyalty for the company he worked for, Cowpot, that he eventually took advantage of and stole millions of dollars from. He would not have been able to even do that without her. It wasn't his idea. It was hers. And yet he just looked down on her. Oh, Edward disgusted me. Disgusted me. I dislike him more than I dislike the cook in Before I Let Go. Like, she was just there and in the way, and knew she probably should not have even really been there. Edward, he just a disgusting, trifling, no good, lying bastard. Soul was everything for her girls. She was even everything for her friends. She did not know necessarily who she was without being a wife and being that major support help for her family. She had to go very quickly and drastically from being that major support and being in the oil that made the engine run, to being the whole damn car. Like, not even just the engine, but like the oil, all the lubricants, the transmission, all the working parts, the battery. She had to become everything for her family. And while doing that, she had to figure out how to be everything for herself. That whole dating yourself thing, absolutely beautiful. And it legit made me look at my own life and how I'm neglecting myself in some areas. Like, I don't have kids, but I do have a niece and nephew that I'm active with. I'm also, doing things at the church and stuff. And I have a full-time job. I'm trying to do this author thing. Creating content, which I do not necessarily like doing. I'm starting to enjoy a little bit more with this YouTube channel, doing these book reviews, but how I need to take the time to date myself. I started doing that, not this year, but last year, and then I kind of fell off because things was going on and life was lifing. But this book reminded me that I have to make that time for myself, to just date myself and go out to that restaurant. I have no problem going out to a restaurant by myself or to the movies or anything like that. And reading this book reminded me that I need to get back to doing that stuff for me. So, again, thank you, Candy Ryan. And then Soul also had to figure out how to trust herself again, which it was never her. And as her sisters pointed out to her, it was never herself that she lost that trust with. She lost that trust in Edward. Edward was who broke her trust. As we tend to do when, especially as women, when someone breaks our trust, we tend to look inward and try to figure out, well, is it, how did I trust that person so much to the point where I'm now questioning my own judgment, and I don't trust myself. It's never you that it is you, that you should question in that way. That person did the wrong, that person lied, that person, did the misdeed or whatever. They are the ones who broke your trust. Your trust is not broken in yourself. What happened was that person was really good at lying. And you believed them to no fault of your own. You believed them. I mean, sometimes it is to our own fault, because if you see the red flags and stuff that was there, she didn't see there weren't any red flags to be seen early on. Probably other than the fact that how he let his mom treat her while they were dating, going through that and early on in their marriage. She had to figure out, no, she still trusts herself. She knows she can make good judgment calls and good decisions. I absolutely love the way too that even though Judah fell head over heels for Soul early on in the book, neither one of them lost themselves in each other. They both maintained their identities and their lives while still bringing their worlds together. And even at the end of the book, like, they're not living with each other because Soul has her girls and she's trying to maintain a sense of normalcy and stuff for them. And also, Judah's doing the same thing for his boys. That's the reason why he ended up with the house, because he was originally going to move out. First chapter in the book there, he was originally going to move out and go somewhere else, but because the boys wanted him more, him and his wife switch, who was going to stay at the house with the boys and have them primarily, and who was going to be getting them on the weekends. Again, effective co-parenting. Yes. All right. The value of paying attention to your partner, the other person. The way Judah had this in spades, because that whole scene in the pickup truck in the garage, he was paying attention to her. He was paying attention to Soul. He said, let me see. He said that twice in that scene. Let me see. Yeah, go ahead. We're going to let you see. We're going to let you see it all. He paid attention to her, and that's why he was able in that moment to give her something. One that she hadn't had in a long time, but she also hadn't had from what he was doing before. And if you've read the book, I'm trying to keep this PG for social media, okay? But he paid attention to her. And yeah, he's kind of stalked her there a little bit, watching her social media and stuff, picking up on the things that she liked, the things that she didn't like, reading the book that she started reading. Like, he paid attention to her, every little detail he committed to memory, and he even used her little grocery list as a bookmark in the book that he purchased and started reading because she was starting to read it. Oh my gosh, talking about emotionally and mentally investing in the person that you're interested in. Like, that's what he was doing when he was just interested in her. Like, they weren't even dating then. And he was putting in that type of investment in her and getting to know her and the things that she liked and did not like. And it was just beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. I think everyone deserves a partner who is willing to invest in them mentally and emotionally. Of course, physically, like, you got that there. But that mental and emotional investment that goes so far beyond the, like, yeah, I like you. Oh my gosh, everybody deserves that. Everybody deserves that. And then respecting boundaries and being honest with yourself. Soul and Judah respected each other's boundaries. Even Judah to the point where, in so many ways, it was hurting him because he just wanted to be with her. He just wanted to be with Soul and create the life that they could have together. But because she wasn't ready yet, he was very respectful of that. People, pay attention. When someone tells you they're not ready, they like you. If they could choose their person, it would be you, but they're not ready right then. Listen to them. Listen to them if they even tell you that they're just not interested in you at all. Respect boundaries. Respect boundaries. It's not that hard to respect people's boundaries. And being honest with yourself. Soul had to get very honest with herself about, one, her ex-husband, about Edward, the position that he put her and the girls in. She had to be honest with the girls about the position that their father put them in. And then to Edward never explained anything to the girls about why he was in the position he did. Even when the girls said they wanted to go see him while he was in prison, he couldn't give them a reason as to why he did what he did. And one of the girls even asked him a question like, Dad, like, so why'd you do it? And he kind of waited for Soul to jump in and give the safe answer or something, like that. Because that's what she had always done. She had always jumped in when he couldn't find the words or couldn't say or didn't have the time or patience or whatever. She always jumped in. She wasn't saving him no more. And good riddance. I hope him and the secretary choked on sand. That's just how I feel. I hope they choked on sand. They respected each other's boundaries even in trying to keep things away from the kids to help protect them and also to protect themselves. And they both had to be honest with not only themselves, because Judah had to be honest with himself that he was in love with Soul. He had to do that. Soul had to do the same thing, that that she was in love with Judah, that she was more than just interested in him, that she wanted more than just hanky panky with him. She had to be honest about that, and then they had to be honest with each other. The way Judah just told her, and granted it was during hanky panky, where he was just like, I want this with you every day, like all the time. Granted, Soul couldn't really respond then, and he had to be honest with her and was like, this part here, the hanky panky and just it being casual, I can't do that. That's not me. Even though he told her early on that he doesn't do casual sex, like when he has sex with someone, it's because he's genuinely interested in that person. He's invested in them. He doesn't do the casual dating or casual anything. He told her that from the beginning, and still, he tried to give her what she wanted there because it was giving him a little bit of her, a little bit more of her than what he had before. He got to the point he's like, if I need to step back, because if I can't have all of you, I can't do just little pieces of you. We both deserve more than that. I can't pretend that I don't want more with you. It was just a beautiful, beautiful story. Again, my favorite read of the year. Let's see, I already mentioned the co-parenting. Again, my favorite read so far this year. I am so looking forward to Hendrix's book, which comes out, I think it was May of 2025. When I say it can't get here enough, it can't get here enough. But I'm very much looking forward to that. I enjoyed this book. I hope you guys enjoyed this book review. 5 stars from me for this book here. I am currently reading Homegoing by Yagiasi. I hope I pronounced the name correctly. I am thoroughly enjoying this book. It's not a typical genre for me, but I am thoroughly invested and enjoying this book. I have the second book in this series. Let's see here. It's on this shelf right here. Looking forward to getting into that one too. Again, I've started watching Reasonable Doubt on Hulu. There will be episode by episode react videos coming up. So be patient with me there. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Have a blessed week, and we'll check in next time. Also, if you like these, like and subscribe, okay? Do all that fun jazz, comment below and stuff. You know the deal. You know about now. You've been on YouTube before. Bye.